Kyle Busch is reportedly going to race for Richard Childress next year. Spot on, spot off. Noah, are you spot on for this too?
Let them announce their deal on their own.
Well, the problem is it's
been
already
announced.
out. Like,
Yeah, but
I saw Denny tweet
the
something about
announcement
it.
before the announcement is like
You're not wrong.
I
but
know, but I've been in the position where people have leaked. Jim Utter and those guys will leak your stuff, and it's not cool.
But how do
So-
they get it? Like, here's the problem. Like,
Because of you guys, you
no,
two.
not us.
Loudmouths over here.
We don't ever leak
We're not in them rooms when they say they'll do it.
I don't
This
have
whole
their phones
sport
tapped.
is a game of telephone, and
Well, like Danny literally said, like when they did the deal with Tyler, it was, I forget what he said, like 8 or 9 minutes. Like Tyler went and told his team,
45.
and the rap guy for 2311, somebody from RCR texted him, hey, congrats on getting Tyler. So it was 10 minutes. Like, it's just a random guy, two random guys texting each other, and that's how stuff gets out. But listen,
Here's what it says. It says Kyle Busch is reportedly going to RCR. We did not report that. Dirty Mo Media.
You actually didn't think he was going to.
I said, hold on a minute.
You said
I
20%.
said I think Chevrolet holds the lead with this kid at 50%. That week my math wasn't good.
it was
I also
50,
said
30, and 30.
I also
somehow.
said 2 weeks ago that RCR was desperate to get him, in my mind, because you can't lose a guy as talented as Tyler Reddick and go get, I don't mean anything against this, you can't lose Tyler Reddick and go get Ty Dillon. You have got to replace an A driver with an A driver. Do we agree with that?
Yes.
Do you agree with that, Noah? Put you on the spot. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So I think Richard Childress looks like a genius because the perception was you wouldn't sign Tyler Reddick. The reality was, it wasn't even perception, you wouldn't sign Tyler Reddick to a long-term deal, which he asked for. Mm-hmm. Okay, so he left. But now what are you going to do? Well, in order to save your race team, you better go get an A guy.
The best available guy.
Here's what happens. You put Kyle Busch in this car, and when Kyle Busch runs 12th in this car, do you think it's the car or Kyle Busch?
The car.
The car. You don't have to wonder, is it the driver or the car? And as a guy who's been in the sport a long time, been in a lot of meetings, when you start wondering if it's the driver, the race team flounders terribly. You're not going to have that with Kyle Busch there. But I'm going to tell you something. Tyler Reddick right now is the only RCR car and affiliate car in the Cup Series that runs top 7 every single week. The rest of those cars are not that fast. So is it Tyler Reddick or is it his car or is it both? We're about to find out.
Going to find out.
I think this is a brilliant move by Richard Childress. He should have ponied up and kept the guy he had. He did not. He screwed that up. In my mind, Richard Childress is probably, he is a lot more wealthier than I am. He's a lot smarter than I am. But at the end of the
Were
day.
you going to say he was probably more wealthier than
No,
you?
I was. But then I realized what I was talking about.
I wasn't sure if he was going to say smarter or wealthier.
He had to do this.
Had to.
Yeah. He had to hit a home run on his hire, and could he afford to wait a year? Right? So Tyler obviously is under contract next year, but can you afford to wait a year and go after that Christopher Bell? That Christopher Bell, they're the guys that were going to come up in 2023 to drive for you in 2024 are now not available. I said on this show 6 weeks ago, Freddie asked me some hypothetical question about would you hire Zane Smith or John Hunter Nemechek to drive your Cup car? And I said, Noah Gragson.
You missed that. You must have missed that episode.
So, my point is, home run hire for RCR right here. But here's the thing. I'm going to ask Noah this question because you've been in, you've seen how this works. Toyota could have afforded to keep Kyle Busch. Like if you're a race fan and you're mad that Kyle Busch, your favorite driver, you're an M&M, Skittles, Starburst loving human, as am I. If you're mad he's leaving Joe Gibbs Racing, it's Toyota's fault. Because Toyota can afford to put Kyle Busch wherever they want to put him. Obviously, it's an allocation of $12+ million. But guess who can afford that? Toyota can afford it. So if you're mad Kyle Busch is leaving Joe Gibbs Racing, you shouldn't be.
I think this KBM. What happens to KBM?
Richard Childress knows how to run a truck team. I mean, I remember walking through, like to Noah's point earlier, I was a kid walking through a damn trade show somewhere, and Jay Salter was signing autographs. I mean, he knows how to run truck teams. He knows how
I'm
to.
pretty sure they're
yeah,
going to be
but
cutting the
there's
bodies off.
a lot more
Just the noses.
to how that place is run and who owns what in
Yeah.
that place. That
I don't think it's
I
that easy.
noticed. I noticed. 2311 hired Eric Phillips, which Eric Phillips
is he going over there? I heard he was leaving.
So
and Kyle Busch was
2311 Eric Phillips, who was
Long-term
he's
Roush
been
guy, right?
No, he was a Kyle guy forever.
Kyle guy.
He was at KBM forever. Went and did some crew chief in the Xfinity series at
He crew chiefed
JGR.
me in my first 3 Xfinity races.
Oh, wow.
And then now I just saw yesterday Denny announced that they've hired Eric Phillips.
Well,
so
he was the car chief on Denny's
he
car.
was car chief for Denny for a while. But I don't know what role. I'm assuming he's going to be some kind of competition director or shop foreman or something. But just like so that could be a sign of KBM. Who knows what's up at KBM?
I honestly think I think the truck team was a lot of the holdup. I think it's part of the biggest conversation with Kyle because he's got so much.
That's
invested.
a lot of money. That is a lot of money for Kyle. Toyota essentially funded that KBM truck team.
If he's going to RCR, if he announces that he is, do you think they're okay with him running Toyota trucks?
No chance. Either the KBM shuts down or they're going to be Chevrolet next year. Those are the only two
Yeah.
options.
I don't know if I see Kyle shutting it down.
No, it's not going to shut down. He's already said he wants to keep it open.
Yeah.
Because he wants to have somewhere for Brexton to go, and he wants to race against Brexton probably in a truck or in a truck series.
That'd
Whatever.
be cool. That'd be pretty cool if that ever happened, by the way.
I know you want to sell your home. Do it with our friends at OfferPad. Go get a cash offer right now at OfferPad.com.